I spent years building what I thought was the perfect knowledge management system. Starting on paper, using note-taking apps on the iPad, going through Roam Research, Obsidian, Notion, ending up with Tana and Heptabase, linked notes, tags, backlinks, thousands of notes, carefully organized. And now I stopped using it after all these years. Not because it stopped working, not because a better app came along. I stopped because something replaced the entire concept of me managing my own knowledge. Today I want to show you what that something is. I already built it, and I think it changed how we think about personal knowledge completely. Let me ask you something honest. How many notes do you have right now? A few hundred? A few thousand? How many of those did you actually use in the last month to create something? There's a quote from the practical PKM community that nails it. Many people build elaborate storage systems, but they never actually create anything with what they've gathered. That hit me hard because I recognized myself in it. We fell in love with the system instead of the outcome. We spent more time organizing than thinking. We became librarians of our own minds, maintaining a building that nobody visits. At some point, I asked myself, why am I doing this work when AI could do it better? In 2022, a company and tool called Mem raised almost $29 million, including funding from OpenAI's startup fund. Their idea? No folders, no tags. AI handles the organization. They were right about the direction, but Mem had a fatal flaw. It could only see your notes, not your emails, your calendar, your files, your conversations. It had the right vision, but it was looking through a keyhole. The direction was right. The technology wasn't ready. Now it is. And even that we have Mem 2.0 now, it's no longer what we really need. So here's the shift, and I'm going to give it a name. Personal Knowledge Assistance, PKA. In PKM, Personal Knowledge Management, you manage the knowledge. You capture, organize, tag, link, review. In PKA, the AI assists you. The AI does all of this. It captures, organizes, connects, and surfaces knowledge for you. Your job becomes thinking, creating, and making decisions. It finally removed all the friction from my head when it comes to knowledge work. 3 things made this possible. First, full context. You can now connect everything: emails, calendar, notes, files, conversations. The AI sees the full picture, not just one app. Second, AI agents instead of chatbots. A chatbot waits for your question. An agent monitors, proposes, and acts on its own. Sebastian Du Bois calls this agentic knowledge management. The AI watches for changes and takes action before you even ask. Third, persistent memory. When your AI talks to you daily and builds a memory database in the background, it starts knowing where everything is, because it put it there. You don't file things, the AI files them. Put those 3 together and you get something that doesn't look like a note-taking app anymore. It looks like a team. Let me show you what this actually looks like, and I want to make this tangible because people assume this requires some complicated developer setup. It doesn't. Here is the secret. My entire system runs on local folders on my computer. Each folder contains a complete AI team. Not one assistant, a team of specialists coordinated by the same orchestrator. Folder 1, my business, English language. This is where my AI orchestrator Larry coordinates over 30 other specialists. Research, content, code, design, analytics, community, legal, video production. Every specialist knows the business context because they live inside that folder. Folder 2, my private life, German language. And this is not just a personal assistant, this is a full team, just like the business side, but with different specialists. I have a health coach who tracks my blood values, manages diagnosis, and schedules prevention checkups. A financial advisor who handles taxes, pension, planning, and the kids' finances. A family coordinator who keeps track of family members, their appointments, school events, and projects. Even a marketplace specialist. I take a photo of something I want to sell, and he identifies the product, researches the market price, and drafts the listing. Larry is Larry in both folders. But in folder 1, he coordinates a business team. In folder 2, he coordinates a life management team. Same brain, different context, different specialists. He never mixes them up because the separation is built into the structure. That's the real shift. I don't build AI assistants. I build AI teams around different contexts in my life. Now, one thing people get wrong. I didn't download my entire life into these folders. The local folder is where you do the work, but the single source of truth stays where it lives. Business content stays in Google Drive, Heptabase, ClickUp, wherever it belongs. The AI connects to those systems, does the work locally, and the outcome flows back. No duplication, no version conflicts. Each source remains the authority. On the business side, when I have an idea, the system captures it, connects it to existing projects, and suggests next steps. When I journal, the AI processes the entry, extracts action items, and builds searchable memory that gets smarter over time. On the personal side, I talk to Larry in German about my day, my plans, my goals. My health coach flags that a checkup is overdue. My financial advisor reminds me about a tax deadline. Same quality of assistance, completely separate world from the business. I don't have a second brain. I have my brain and I have AI teams running side by side. Now, when you're making a complex decision with 15 interconnected factors, how do you see that? How does the AI show you the relationships between ideas at the thought level, not just the file level? And here again is where AI nowadays shines. You can create interfaces that visualize the information in a way that's the easiest for you to understand and to leverage. I'm no longer restricted what a developer had in mind, how things should get visualized. So how did I actually build all this? It comes down to one principle. I had the right foundation before I added AI. This is the core of ICOR, the methodology Paco Cantero and I developed. You build your productivity system first, end to end. You understand your workflows. You map your information flows. You get the structure right. Then you layer in the tools, AI included. My system is 2 folders on a computer, but those folders have the right structure inside them. And once that structure exists, AI becomes the thing that runs it for you instead of you running it yourself. That's PKA, Personal Knowledge Assistance, your system amplified by AI. This is exactly what we teach at myICOR, building your productivity system from the ground up, tool agnostic, so that when AI gets even better next year and the year after, your foundation stays solid and everything on top of it gets stronger. I already ran a workshop showing how to build this step by step. That recording, all the resources and the prompts are available for our inner circle members. And I'm planning a new workshop specifically about the PKA system that I just described in this video. If you want to start building that system, I leave the link below. Now, in the comments I always get the same question. Tom, that sounds great, but aren't you just depending on Claude now? How is that different from depending on Obsidian or Notion? Fair question. And the answer might surprise you. In my next video, I'll show you why this system is more portable than any traditional PKM tool and why my co-founder Paco independently reached the exact same conclusion about AI replacing his knowledge management. So I'll see you there.